Welcome to Tom Clark's Comedy 20 Minutes. So, what's the deal with ants? Like, they got all these words like anticipate. Is it an ant pacing back and forth? Or antiquate? An antiquation? Or assurance? What are they doing to those ants? Or blatant? Like, they're telling an ant to be late? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Be late, ant. Blatant. And did you hear about the guy who he was singing and he couldn't make up his mind whether he wanted to sing about Figaro, Figaro, or Pickerel, Pickerel? So that's what he said. He said, Figaro, Figaro, Pickerel, Pickerel, Figaro, Figaro, Pickerel, Pickerel. And what did the color violet say when he finished something or doing something? Voila. And so you hear about the guy who stole a pen? He depenned. And what do you call something that is rather cool and is your nose? Snazzy. Right? You get it? Instead of snazzy or jazzy. And I got car jokes. You hear about the car that rolled over? It was a Corolla. You hear about the car that was owned by a Marine Corps veteran? It was a Corvette. You hear about the car that got into an accident and it was all caught on cam and it shot like an arrow? It was a Camaro. You hear about the car that toted toys around? It was a Toyota, toy toter. And did you hear about the guy who he shoved the roulette reel? It was a Chevrolet. And, so, you know, these Mexicans are coming up. We call them illegal aliens, or we have called them illegal aliens in the past. Aliens. They won't just have your car up on boxes, take the hubcaps off of them, steal them off of them. They'll also take your jobs. Did you hear about the guy who had allergies? He didn't just say oh geez, they were in sneezing. And did you hear about the tree that had a son? It was treason. Did you hear about the bison who said goodbye to his son? He said goodbye to his son. He said, bye, son. And did you hear about the wartlock? It wasn't a warlock. It was a big old mangy wart. A big old huge wart. It was a wartlock. And did you hear about the clam that had a destiny? It was clandestine, which is actually the original word for clandestine. It was originally the word clam, which means uproar, loud noises, and destiny, destine. Yeah, you learn something new every day. You learn something. Did you hear about the guy who was too late applying a stim pack to a cow? It was overstimulated. And these are cow jokes, by the way, yes. What you have here, this is what it is. Cow jokes. Did you hear the cow who hurt himself? He got a moo-moo. And what do cows listen to? They listen to music. Did you hear about the cow who couldn't talk? He was mute. Not deaf, like I'll definitely do it. And, so, my best friend, he joined the correctional industry. He became a correctional officer. I told him if I was gay, would I be officer? And, you hear about the guy who got arrested with marijuana? He was caught with pot. And then did you hear about the animal? What was the creature who wrecked everything to a T? It was a T-Rex. And did you hear about the guy who, did you hear about the pizza? Who was really crappy. It was a pizza crud. And did you hear about the pizza who had a mind? It was Pizza Mind. And so my girl fell asleep while doing the dishes. She was sleeping with the dishes, not the fishes. And did Noah build a boat? Noah Ark. And did you hear about the girl named Mia who was asked by some guy who had a mouthful of food if she could run a mile? It was can be a mile. And did you hear about the brain that got splattered everywhere? It was B-Rain. Did you hear about the Bible that was used as a Tech 9? It was a biblioteca. And did you hear about the ants who were silly twice? It was resilient. And did you hear about why having a good memory is a good way to make money? Because of memory banks. Did you hear why your muscles are so smart? Because of muscle memory. And so did you hear about the generation that was rated? It was generated. And did you hear about the cat who was going to get sold? He was about to get sold and then they closed out of it. He canceled out of it. Like cancel. And, did you hear about the cat who... Did you hear about the, So... Did you hear about the turn that was a kit? It was a tourniquet. You hear about the cat whose butt gained a lot of mass? It was a catastrophe. That was my joke, right? That was it. That was the one I was gonna do. And did you hear about the thing that fell twice? It was a fell awful. Did you hear about the fish that smoked cigarettes? It was a puffer fish. Did you hear about the girl who broke up with her man? Who was a god? Or who was the god? It was Jumanji. And, did you hear about the guy who was really stupid and fat? He couldn't even pass a Quiznos. Did you hear about the guy who... What did he say when it was really hot out? He said, "Oh, the humidity." And, so what did the guy say when he wanted a second beer, but he already had one? He said, "I'm beard." And did you hear about the Norway spruce tree? It's the actual type of tree. It's the real type of tree. The Norwegian spruce tree. Norway spruce tree. The spruce from Norway. I say there's no way that's a spruce. It can't even be one. Couldn't be one, right? It can't be one. And did you hear about the yolk that had a hole in it? It was Holyoke, the town of Holyoke in Massachusetts. And last but not least, I got 3 more. And that is... Did you hear about the dads who get done a lot? They were doodads. And, did you hear about when my girl, she wanted a burger? And she was talking a lot, and I was making burgers. I said I didn't want to burger her. That's it. So I guess I only had two more. I had two more.